Oh, I think we're live. I don't know where we're live at these days. I don't know if we're streaming on Rumble, where we're streaming at, but I know one thing, we're probably on the YouTubes. Guys, welcome to the Fair Stop Podcast channel, the #1 show where first responders go to be informed and entertained. Listen, I don't know if this thing's on or not. Let's see what's going on. It looks like it's on. I'm gonna pretend like it's streaming to YouTube. If you guys can't hear me out there, well, my apologies. But we got a fun-filled show. Derrell and I are back. We're sponsored tonight by FactorMeals.com, Manscaped, Ghostbed, Dwight. We've got, what's Dwight's last name?
Howard.
Dwight Howard. We got a Dwight Howard sex scandal that we've got to break down today. We've got everything that happened in Jacksonville that we've got to cover. Who else we got to cover? We got to cover the guy from Friends who passed away today. And all of the Matthew Perry. There's a lot of stuff on the X about that we got to dive into. And then, we got a Jewish gun craze. All this and more on today's Fair to Stop Uncuffed Monday, baby. Here we go.
The growing calls across the nation to defund the police.
To end policing as we know it.
Off the charts violence in New York City. 11 people shot in just 8 hours on Sunday.
This is about the police officers who every single day put on that uniform and they run towards danger when we run away from it.
Guns up, giddy up. Welcome to the Fair Stop Podcast channel. Welcome back. Welcome. Boy, somebody out there in the YouTube lands, let me know that you guys can hear us because I am nervous. We got a new setup. We got in from Jacksonville, got a new setup while we were there, and I decided to try it on my own. Everybody is on their way back from Jacksonville, Florida. So our producers are, one's back on his way to Michigan and the other one's on his back to Colorado. So it is just me and Derrell in here trying to do the best we can.
Yep.
Good evening, sir.
What's up?
I thought Tyler was going to join us tonight, but I guess he said, nope, not today, mother lickers. Not going to do it. I am sick. No, I'm not sick. I lost my voice at the Valor Bear knuckle fight. Snatching shit, Steph Webb says, no luck, Chuck's in the chats here. Says loud and clear. Thank you, brother. Ben Allen, Will Cray, Boo Boo, fuckface. Right. Oh, who put that in there? Somebody wanted to hear me swear. That's what it was. Taylor S. Guys, thank you guys so much. If you want to support the show, you can join us on Patreon. You can become one of our paid YouTube members. But other than that, the show's free. We do 5 free shows a week. So if you want to keep this thing on the road and keep it going, we are definitely going to do more of what we did this weekend. We're going to do more of it because that was a blast. We absolutely crushed it this week.
I hate I missed it, man.
Dude, I'm so sad you missed it.
I hate I missed it, but I'm glad I missed it.
Why?
Huh?
Are you glad that you missed it?
I'm glad I missed it because my dad had a medical emergency.
Oh, no.
And I found him unresponsive and I had to do
what?
I had to do CPR.
What?
Call EMS and
wait, hold on. I'm like just now hearing about this. Like you've been in here for 30 minutes.
I you know what I did after all of it happened, and we got him to the hospital, and they, was doing their thing. I went on and posted, so all his sisters. My dad, I have a large family, so I put it out there, and let everybody know one time, and then boom, phone calls came in. Josh knew, dead leg. He kept in touch with him, but I knew you was busy, so I ain't.
Wait, so what happened to him? You gave him CPR?
He ended up having a stroke. Had a stroke / diabetic coma. His blood sugar was like in the mid-30s. It dropped.
Damn.
And he was dehydrated.
So if you would have been at the meetup,
because my dad take care. I have 2 uncles who are mentally challenged that he take care of his 2 younger brothers, and they were there. But I mean, what are they gonna do? They didn't, they didn't know.
Damn, dude.
And I went to go check on him, knocked on the door, he didn't answer, opened up the door, and he was laid out. Man, we had to do what we had to do. But I'm telling you, if I know first responders and all that, man, it's been a while since I did that.
Yeah.
And it's a different feeling when it's your parent.
For sure.
Or when it's a family member. And I'm sitting there looking at my dad's face, had the stroke. His face was all twisted.
Oh,
his
no.
eyes open. Had that like no life was in him.
Yeah.
And he was cold to the touch.
Oh no.
So man, doing that after when the paramedics, because once you start, you don't stop.
Right.
Paramedics came and I rolled off. And
is he back? Is he back alive? Is he awake?
Yeah, he's good. He's still in ICU. I'm going to check him out tomorrow again.
No doubt, dude. That's insane.
It was
sorry
rough,
to hear all
man.
that.
It was rough. His blood sugar, they had to get that in check.
Yeah.
It kept dropping, and they finally got it up, and then it dropped again. So he's in ICU. He's in ICU.
Dude.
So
thoughts and prayers to you, THOUGHTS thoughts.
Yep.
And prayers.
But that's why I thank you. And that's why I was so glad I missed it, because I wanted to go, but it was like, man. Something I just couldn't. I said, I got so much I need to stay.
Damn, that's crazy, because you and I were supposed to be driving Thursday.
Yeah. So I would have.
I want to be honest with you. I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I was out to the truck by 4:30, and I was like, yo, he ain't here. I'm leaving.
Go. Yeah.
I gotta go, dude. I can't be. We had a 1 o'clock. We had a 3 o'clock live show. So I mean, if I didn't leave to get there by 1, I would be. I had to give myself time for.
Right. Oh yeah.
What's up with you? I mean, what a blessing. I'm glad we didn't go. But for those of you who did go, holy cow, maybe one of the best live shows, and that's including the live shows I've done with Drinking Bros on their network. Okay. And I did so many of those live shows, live tailgates, and those are always so much fun. But being with first responders, being with all the cops, being with friends, and taking over that amazing bar, that was that. As a matter of fact, Tyler was there with us. I'll bring Tyler on now. Tyler, what's up?
Well, apparently I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
We'll just keep going until somebody can hear you.
Is that an 80-second patch or 80-second I see in the background?
Yeah, he was from the 82nd Airborne. Nobody can hear you.
First 505 right here.
Go to your settings in your StreamYard. But no, for those of you who weren't there, it was an incredible time. Ken Shamrock. So the first thing that happened is that we did the weigh-in. And so we went to the weigh-in, and that was nuts. And
how many fights were there?
A lot. I don't know, maybe like 8, 10, maybe.
So that's right. So I had to sit there and watch all of them weigh in. Were there any female fight?
No.
Females.
And this was bare knuckle, dude. And so when they were like doing the weigh-in and they were jaw jacking with each other, talking shit, we were right up front for the weigh-in. It was at the Jacksonville FOP. And so sorry, they can hear Tyler. I've got it's on my end, Tyler. I've got equipment issues, so I'll just get up with you later, dude. My bad. I apologize. But so when they were jaw jacking, you really got into it, and you could hear everything. And bro, some of those dudes were angry at each other. Oh, I found out later. I don't know which fighters it was, but there's an alleged scoop that one fighter may have been with another fighter's girl and may have brought that girl to the fight or something. Yo, I'm not gonna spread the business.
No Johnson County shit,
dude. Okay, so
backwoods.
So anyway, we did we listened to the weigh-in. And that's when I was like, bro, these guys are going to throw fists at each other and they're going to hit each other in the face with bare knuckles. And it got real quick. But we had a great time at the weigh-in. And then Ken Shamrock followed us over to the Island Girl. And we had a whole live setup, dude. And maybe like 100 people in there. Had Conservative Ant there. We had a 9/11 dude there. There was a whole bunch of just rad dudes in the crowd. We had a Green Beret in there, Delta Force operator from Anti-Hero Podcast. It was sick. And man, that might have been one of the best live shows. And I've never done a live show for an audience with other first responders. That's the ticket right there. There's nothing more in it because you don't know what they're going to say.
Right.
Everybody's seen some crazy wild shit. Everybody's got a crazy wild cop story.
Right.
When you're at a bar and you got a beer in your hand, dude, and you got fucking dudes telling you about like being 14 days in or whatever it was, and then 9/11 happened. Right. Like imagine being a rookie at Ground Zero. And we had a dude that was a rookie at Ground Zero. I said, I would hate to be his rookie now if he was my FTO.
Wow.
because you'd be going to like a domestic or something. You'd be like, oh my God, this domestic is crazy. He'd be like, bitch, I was in 9/11. You know what I mean? Like nothing you can do could ever.
You're going there all nonchalant. This ain't shit.
Yeah. Like nothing will ever compare to this guy being in 9/11. Like,
Damn.
dude, but it was insane. If you get a chance to go, and we're hopefully going to be back in California, and that's going to be December 8th. And Valor Bare Knuckle Fights, we now know what it's all about. And here's something crazy. So check this out. The UFC, I don't know if this is just a coincidence, but last week the UFC signed a $100 million deal with Bud Light.
Damn.
$100 million deal with Bud Light. Now, I don't remember if it was UFC 260 or whatever it was, but Donald Trump and Kid Rock came to UFC 200, whatever it was. Yep. And the crowd went nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is a Donald Trump conservative-ish crowd. That's where all of those fans are. Like, they're not, you know, and I might not even say conservatives. They're probably more libertarian, probably crowd because of the Joe Rogan type stuff going on there. But I mean, they're definitely not far left. They're definitely not on board with what Bud Light's throwing. They're definitely not on board with this sexualizing everything type deal when it comes to all these things. So, you know, a lot of the people in the UFC feel like abandoned by this, and $100 million is not going to go to the fighters. Dana White's already been known for not paying his fighters.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Cause I mean, hell, this weekend also you had one of his former top heavyweight fighters fought the heavyweight champion, Fury.
Yeah. Tyson Fury.
And almost, in my opinion, he won. He knocked Fury down and it was close, but Fury won on a split decision. 2 judges gave him a 1-point victory. 1 point. They scored him 1 point each, and the other one went for the other guy. I can't think of his name. It's a Nigerian guy, big dude, but he was good. He trained. It was just strictly boxing. And there a lot of people were saying, you know, well, he kind of hit him with an open hand a couple of times, you know, MMA. I said, yeah, but did you see that damn elbow? Damn Tyson Fury he ain't in MMA, but if you watch the replay, he threw an elbow and cracked over upside the head with an elbow. It didn't affect him because he's like, hey, this in MMA.
But that wasn't UFC though.
No. It was a non-sanctioned fight.
Right.
It was just him being.
And he probably made more money.
He left UFC because they money situation.
Right.
He was like, hey, I'm a more profitable guy and you fucking around. So he left. So,
full circle.
Yeah.
And so now they've signed this $100 million deal with Bud Light, which is totally disrespecting their fan base. There's already a call to boycott UFC. But anyway, while that's going on, you got Ken Shamrock starting Valor Bare Knuckle Fights, having no idea that was about to happen. And the Valor Bare Knuckle Fights, bro, if you haven't been to one, I've been to all sorts of fights. I have never been to, well, obviously I haven't been to anything like this because it's only the second one.
Right.
No cage, no ring, no clinch, just bare knuckle punching.
They didn't have the wrist taped up?
Nope. No clinching either. You couldn't clinch. You know, so you know how like in boxing they'll throw some punches and hold on to each other.
Right. Yeah. When you get tired, you know, you feel your ass about to get knocked out.
No, you can't do that.
Hold on for dear life.
There's no ropes.
Right.
And there's no cage. So you can't back anybody up against anything.
But there's like a perimeter where they can't
it's a circle,
step out.
But you can't get caught in anything. But if you step out, they just push you back in.
Okay.
Like the ref goes over there. They don't stop, nothing. Now, 3 of those fights were less than 30 seconds.
Really?
Bro, let me tell you what. They took us stage side. For one, they gave us a suite. The whole team. We got to sit up there with Ken Shamrock the whole night. It was rad. And then the girls who were putting it on, like the coordinators, big shout out to them, Jen and Lexi. They were like, yo, do you guys want to go ringside? And we were like, what? Of course. So, dude, when we went down there, bro, when you hear these guys hit each other with bare fists in the face.
Now, let me ask you this. I mean, I know it probably getting personal, but what was their prize for the winners?
I don't know. I don't know what the money situation was, you know? And it's still grassroots, bro. Like they have this in the UNF Coliseum, which is really nice. It was a really nice setup. Not a lot of marketing money yet. coming in, so it wasn't marketed as well as probably could have been.
It's like you
It's
said,
brand new, dude,
it's
but
like
it's-
UFC.
Baby,
Remember
it's
when-
grassroots, man. And Ken Shamrock was all up in the, they were running around. Ken Shamrock's going to be working just as hard as everybody else was. I mean, he was going up to the suite, running back down to the arena, coming back up, going to interviews. I mean, he was sweating by the end of the night. He was really putting in his dues.
Yeah, for him, I mean, he's one, like you said, he's the founder, he's the celebrity, he's the face of it. So yeah, he's gonna have to do a lot of work, you know.
Boo Boo Fuckface says, what part of Cali? Since we don't have a producer tonight, Boo Boo Fuckface, will you Google Valor BK3?
You going?
Dude, I think we're gonna go. They've been texting me already today. They said that like yesterday was a travel day and today they're all off, but they wanted to just let me know that they're gonna get up with me this week about the next one.
I think I probably can make that.
Bro. I'm just telling just to hear somebody. This one dude got punched in the side of the ear, and I could hear it from our suite, and blood just drained from this dude's ear. I was like, "What?" Tactical dude, is our mics really quiet? Is that what you're saying? It's really quiet, or you're talking about the fights? Because I can bump these mics up. We got a new system in here tonight. Tell me if that's any better.
He might be talking about the chat room. Nobody in the chat room.
Oh, yeah. That's just because we don't have a producer here. Nobody's like throwing comments up on the strings. Listen, if you're in the live chats and you're on the YouTubes, hit those little hearty emojis and all those little things. Get those things going. People love that shit. Don't want a super chat or two. People like that too. Eric's gain is pretty high. I'll turn myself back down. Anyway, we'll get it all worked out. So anyway, yeah, man, it was so incredible. And I literally have I actually have like a new passion for podcasting, if you will. Like my passion's been reignited because of how many people were there, how many people talked to us, how many people got pictures with us, and my voice is gone. I mean, dude, I podcasted or talked from 1 p.m. on Thursday till 4 a.m. And then Friday was back at 9 a.m. after like 4 hours of sleep. Podcasted again, shot video down at the ocean, then did another podcast, then went to fight, and then went to the after party of the fight. And then at the after party, the vice president of the Valor Bare Knuckle fight guy sat down with me at the booth, had some chicken wings and a beer, and he was just like, "Hey man, let's talk about this fight. Let's talk about you guys. Let's talk about how we can keep this relationship going and what we can do for the next one." I'm like,
man,
this is badass.
Look, we could be. Look, I got ideas going through my head.
I know
what you just said, a little bit that you just told me. But man, did you get to interview any of the fighters?
No, I got some pictures with the fighters. So like they didn't really know about us, and we didn't really know about them. I mean, they came to me and asked to promote. Ken is a huge fan of Cops. They donated $10,000 to the FOP. So they're big first responders, and they hooked us up with all the tickets. I mean, dude, they gave us 9 VIP tickets and then 12 friends and family tickets. So I mean, they really hooked us up for the fight. And I made it a big C- thing. So I brought in everybody from C-, Anti-Hero, Getting a Grip on Things podcast, Night Shift TSI, paid for everybody's hotel rooms, and Getting a Grip on Things actually paid for everybody's lunch on the second day, which was really rad. And Elisha, the producer, Mike the Cop's son, did a phenomenal job. But listen, guys, if you have not been to a Valor Bare Knuckle fight, fucking let's go. Stream it. It's wild. I'm talking everybody got only one fight. Out of those 8 or 10 fights, only one went the distance. Everything else ended in a knockout. And 3 of those fights under 30 seconds, like 28 seconds.
Was the guys just not that good, or it was just well placed shots?
Bro, when you don't have any gloves on, I mean, if you throw one haymaker right off the bat because you're all juiced up on adrenaline and you break your hand, you're done. One dude did it and ran. Like he hit the first guy and you could hear it. You could hear that his hand probably broke.
So they didn't stop the fight?
No, he danced around and was trying to throw left hand thing. And the guy it was 28 seconds worth. So very quickly, another dude broke his orbital like within 19 seconds. Like first punch, he came in, throwing some haymakers. A dude threw like a left jab, and then which hit him in the eye, and he kind of folded down right into the right uppercut, and it same eye, and it sunk the whole thing in.
Dang.
And that was the Vanilla Ice looking dude, and put him down quick, bro.
Well, I mean, you know, And that's the funny thing about boxing. I'm a fan of boxing, and I like MMA. But that bare knuckle, man, you know, as kids, if you ever got in fights when you was a kid,
Yeah.
we didn't put on boxing gloves.
No, you
We
could.
didn't have a mouthpiece on. We didn't have no headgear. We didn't have a ring. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a referee. It was just you and that motherfucker you was fighting. And you had to knock his ass out in order to walk away. Because I remember my granddaddy always said, hey, boy, go over there and whoop his ass. Because you come home, if he whoop your ass, you're going to get another ass whooping when you get home. So it was like, damn. So if he knock you down, knock you out, wake your ass up, get back up and fight him again.
Well, bro, it was so
you gotta keep
grassroots. Like even the fighters had something to prove, you know, and the walkout music was cool. I did not realize it was. I went to the Canelo Alvarez fight with Drinking Bros, which was incredible. 83,000 people. Ooh, it was intense. This was more exciting.
Oh yeah,
because I told him at the beginning, like we were all sitting up there, and we were sitting with another UFC legend. His name's Pat, and and I told him, I said, dude, I'm more nervous, and I'm not even fighting. I'm nervous for the fight. Like I can't believe those two dudes that we're looking at right now are about to punch each other repeatedly in the fucking face with no gloves on. And once you hear that first, you're just like, dude, it's a game changer, bro.
Oh yeah,
it's real. You're just like, yo, these dudes are getting after it.
Yep. And see, my thing is, you have to. These guys are not.
You gotta have some
celebrities.
balls.
They're not celebrities.
Yeah,
they're unknown.
No,
you know what I'm saying, and they getting in there. What's their motivation? Yeah, it could be money, whatever the prize money is.
These bitches just want to fight.
Yeah, you're right. These guys got heart and balls.
Bro, there's the one guy that won that was
fight.
kind of like the champion, like the one that everybody applauded the most. He calls himself the one-eyed wolf, and so he's like, oh,
did he win?
He came out, he had one eye.
Oh damn, did he win?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then he danced around the stage like he's a wolf on four legs, went up to his opponent who was knocked the fuck out, lifted his leg and acted like he was peeing on him.
Dang.
Yeah, like some real WCW.
He got some showmanship.
One dude spit on the guy after he knocked him out, which was there was some beef there, but that might have been. I don't know. That might have been the one where his girlfriend.
It would have been. He couldn't have done it to me if I've been knocked out. And I found out he spit on me after I've been knocked out. Oh, we'll have a second fight. It'll be another bare knuckle fight in the locker room. I would have found his ass.
The flatten his tires out in the back parking lot.
But then how you say? Well, he whooped my ass one time.
But bro, there was I guess the remaining champion is a black dude. And he's got his mom, and they're sitting in like the VIP ringside spot. Huh? And so and I say a black man because I'm going to get there. Why? It's important because you know how a black mama is. And some dude was like talking trash to him, like, you're next, bitch, you're next. Mama Bear got up on the fucking table. They had to drag her ass. She was trying to go over the table and into the ring.
Daggone.
They were holding her back, dude. I'm telling you, not only were we getting the fight, but all the drama, like the grassroots, like you wouldn't see that shit in the UFC. Right. That's just been that's done.
Now, did they tape these? They videotape?
Yeah, you can it was live streamed. You can stream it. Go to Valor BK. Go on the YouTube. Go on the thing. But dude, I'm telling you, this was wild to see in person.
See, and like you said, if they get, continue to do this, like you said, do a tour and keep going to different states and doing this, it's a process. It's going to be just like UFC because nobody really rocked with UFC like that. I mean, I remember when UFC, I was into it. Ken Shamrock, even before that, I think he got a brother that's in it.
Yeah.
I mean, remember the Gracies?
Yeah.
I mean, who else? There was so many of them, and they was all all these jokers even before them. Yep. I mean, but it was just so different, and you look at it where it came now, from then 20 some years ago to now, stuff is a little different. It's a little different. It's a lot different. But
yeah, we were there with Pat Miltek, who's like one of those like OG UFC dudes, and we were sitting up in the suite with him. Rad guy, like full on the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole. We're gonna have him on Night Shift Top Secret Information, but he was getting in on this, dude. I'm telling you that it's gonna grow. In California, I don't know. Did Homeboy get back to me? Did Boo Boo Fuckface get back for me with when it is in California? If not, you will never be a good producer. boo boo fuck face. Somebody go and find me where this fight is in California. I'm telling you right now, 90% chance we're doing another big meetup. I'm going to talk to the Valor people and see what we can work out. Definitely want to see if we can get on podcasting during the weigh-in, because there was a lot of dead air during the weigh-in. They would do the whole weigh-in. They'd be like, Jay Derrell with a combined championships, 3 wins, 4 losses. And Jay Derrell, White. And then it would be like dead silence as the doctors tell their shit.
I'm gonna tell you what also would be great if we could get. I really want this to succeed. I want this to blow up, because I mean, I'm not a violent person.
Yeah.
Come on, look at our background. Military, country boy,
like you want
law enforcement. Yeah, we done seen and did some stuff. So I mean, it's like this here. I like this. It's like you say, it's going back to your roots. Before the mouthpiece, before the knit gloves and all that stuff, you just mano a mano.
Yeah,
they
did have mouthpieces. They did have mouthpieces. Okay. Yeah, but one dude broke his nose. Like, where, real quick, Jonathan from Com Center says, "Where's Deadleg? He's driving through Ohio, currently on his way back to Colorado. It was a travel day for everyone. I'm giving everybody a break, dude. I'm gonna tell you what. I got home. I don't remember what time I got home on Saturday. I slept the entire day yesterday. I went to a festival with my kids for like 3 hours. Came home, hit the couch, slept till like
you went 7
to the or 8. Yeah,
Harvest Festival.
Yeah, and I slept till I napped till like 6 or 7, and then I got up from the couch, ate dinner, went back to my bedroom, and went back to sleep, and then I woke up today. So, really tired. But thinking of sports, listen, make sure that you guys keep up with us about this whole Valor bare knuckle fight thing, because I'm serious. I think we're going to be going to a lot of these. I don't want to see every fucking cop in town. I want to just rage the whole place with cops. And I know Ken Shamrock would just be boned up to see that many cops. And if you haven't gone back to listen to the live show that we did Friday from there with Ken Shamrock, you have to go back and listen to it. Absolutely hilarious. Conservative Ant got up there, acted gay as fuck. We had the Green Beret up there. We had this big Yankee who was 9/11 up there. Everything was amazing. So, but let's keep on with the sports then. We got Dwight Howard. Tell us about this whole Dwight Howard thing. I know that you had a strong opinion coming into today's Uncuffed show.
Yeah, Dwight Howard, great basketball player. He was a number 1 draft pick, went to Orlando. I forgot what year, but he's like a 14, 15, 16-year veteran, NBA. He won a championship, I want to say with the Lakers. He was with the Lakers and LeBron, won them one. Went overseas, was playing over in China, I think. Somewhere over there. And I think he won a championship over there. Want to come back and play in the United States, play in the NBA again. But there's a guy who's unknown. He's not a celebrity or anything. He came out and made some accusations trying to say that Dwight tried to force him into a threesome.
Okay, so I saw that they had texts going back and forth, and they were like sexually explicit texts.
Oh yeah. And
they get him over. And then I guess Dwight wanted a threesome, and was there another dude there?
Yeah. I think I want to say they said he was a transvestite too. He was a trans, so and the guy was like, "Oh no, I thought it was just gonna be you and I," and Dwight was like, "Oh no, it's gonna be the 3 of us." And Dwight Howard's like 7 foot tall, 250 pounds, and this dude, I think they showed a picture. The guy was small. He was like 5'8", 5'9". He wasn't that big. So can you imagine him? I mean, it didn't come out that he assaulted him.
Right.
He just, I guess, tried to coerce and force,
Yeah, I mean, he said something along the lines of like, "You're going to do what I want you to do."
Right. I guess the guy felt that he had to do it or whatever.
But, I mean, do you feel like maybe that this shit is just like, he was like, "Oh, there's another dude here. I don't know, man. I haven't really ever had a threesome." And Dwight's like, "Come on, bro. Yeah. And the guy's like, I'm good. A couple lines of blow, you know what I mean? Get a couple of shots of Patron. Or what is it you think they're drinking over there? Hennessy.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
He drinking something.
And they get to butt fucking. He loves it. And then later on down the road, Dwight, you know, he wants another threesome. Not Dwight, but this other dude. Dwight's like, dude, I'm not down with that. I don't like you. You know what I mean? And then the dude comes out with sexual assault. You know, doesn't feel like that?
It's all about money because one, he's Dewight Howard. He's a famous athlete.
Yeah.
He's known. And for him,
Did you know he was gay?
Oh,
Dwight Howard?
he's bisexual.
He's gay.
He slept
Okay.
with women. He has girlfriends, slept with
Yeah.
women, and have children. He has multiple kids he helped raise and take care of. So my thing is, he's bisexual. But here's my thing. I don't give a fuck who he sleep with. If he want to be a butt bandit or raid all the booty he want to go up to Dookie shoot, that's him. He can do that. I don't give a damn. You know,
Sinful sanctuary.
He's a rich millionaire.
Going up the Shane cave.
You know, and see, here's the thing. When you have money like that and you a freak,
yeah,
you can afford to be a freak. You can pay people.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm thinking that was the issue. The guy probably hold up. I thought we were just going, you know, I was going to get some money for me and you, but you coming in with another person, a threesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to need more money. I think it was all about money. And when Dwight balked that, it was like, you know, I can get something elsewhere. You know, it don't have to be you. That's when the guy came out and wanted to say, okay.
Well, I mean,
it's that.
90% of the sexual assaults I ever worked were prostitutes that didn't get paid enough.
Right.
You know, Will Cray in the chat says there's no such thing as bisexual men. Once you suck on a dick, you're gay forever.
No.
Okay.
See, that you got bisexual.
Okay. What is bisexual being that you were with chicks and dudes?
Right. See, there's some people out there. I know people out there that are trisexual. They will try sex with anybody, you know, anything, dog, cat, motherfucking.
Bro,
you know,
if it
anything.
wasn't for religion, like if it wasn't that I was a believer, I'd probably be trisexual. I'd probably try anything.
No, I ain't taking no dick in the booty.
I'm not doing that.
No.
Yeah, you're right. I probably would go to fuck. But I would like, like you ever looked at a couch crevice and been like, man, I wonder what that feels like.
No.
I'm gonna stick my dick in that couch cushion. No.
No.
Me either. I've never done it.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've had women who wanted to do anal sex, and I didn't feel comfortable doing it.
You didn't put your wiener in their bum?
I didn't want to.
You've never done it?
I have.
Okay.
I didn't. I wasn't preferred.
It's not preferred for me either.
I didn't want to do it. I was like,
it's not preferred for me.
You know.
I've never seen the obsession of that.
Right.
I mean, I know when I hadn't tried it, like I wanted to, like when I was in high school or whatever, like definitely wanted to try it for sure, right? But like, I don't really like it that much.
I mean, I had a girl, she was on her period. You know, I was horny, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some head. And she was like, it's that time of the month. I'm like, damn.
You didn't do it?
She gonna say, stick it in my butt. I said, hell no. I'll go rub one out before I do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's so mean.
I was like, you know,
You're
you can suck it. You can go here and suck it.
Oh, because it's all about you.
But
It's
I
all about
can't. Yeah, it's just I always felt funny about that. So, no, even with women, you know, doing anal sex was just. I was like, oh, nah.
Do you cry after sex?
Huh? Cry?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry for.
I don't know.
I'm gonna cry for.
I cry every time I have sex.
I go to sleep.
I just cry.
I go to sleep.
Like
I want a
sit in my bed
sandwich.
and I
I would be hungry because I work. I used to work it.
You know, sweaty.
Man, what you talking about?
Making a sandwich.
It's like a porno, and I'll be
Gross.
making a porno.
So, I mean, with this whole Dwight Howard thing, though, I feel like if you're that rich and you're that famous and you're being that over the top with things, don't you think you'd have an NDA? Don't you think you'd have something signed?
Yeah, but you have to understand all this. I think he's been doing things along the whole time he was in the NBA.
Yeah,
because
now he plays in Taiwan.
They showed some stuff where he was on the sidelines, and I think it was in Houston, and he wasn't playing. He was hurt, and he walked up and sat on the bench beside a player that was. He was there to play. He was in uniform, but he won't in the game. And he sat down, reached down, and grabbed his dick. Sure did, and squeezed it.
Why?
And they showed exactly. But see, here's my thing: the guy he squeezed it didn't look like he was upset that he grabbed it. He looked more upset that why you do this in public.
Oh my!
You know what I'm saying?
God.
That's the look the guy he grabbed. Like, I know you just didn't do this out here on the court. Cameras are everywhere, and sure enough, they caught it. If Dead Leg were here, I have him pull it up and show you. And he did it, and that's everybody said, no straight man would grab no other man.
So
like
I mean,
that.
are you thinking that it's the sexual assault thing is bullshit?
I think maybe the assault. Now, see, that's the thing. He don't deny that he proposed,
Right.
threesome and all that other stuff.
The thing is, like, if you propose something and somebody's like, I don't want to do it, and you're like, you sure? And they're like, yeah, I'll try it. And then they're like, I don't like it. I mean, is that?
Now, see, what haven't came out is if any money situation. If I was investigating, I'd be like, okay, Dwight, how much money? Did any money exchange your hands? I mean, did you put any money into his bank account?
Well, I mean, I guess if they have all that, if they have that text back and forth, I'm sure you'd be able to tell,
right,
if there was money involved,
right.
And
with all those texts, did he come out and tell him what he wanted? Did he say he wanted a threesome with another man?
Yeah.
Was that man a transvestite? Are you all right with it? Did the guy know before he went over to his place? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how it is. You know what they say? No mean no. You can say yes, give your consent, and then if you don't feel like doing it no more, once you say no, you stop.
Yeah.
That's the end of it.
Oh, dude,
See?
that's why I'm so glad I'm married. Could you imagine?
Man, you be telling some man, hey girl, and she be like, stop.
Yeah,
stop,
when does that
stop.
ever happen though?
Like,
that feels like something. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be insensitive towards women, but like,
it happens. It happens. I think. Man, and see, this is what get me.
I can't imagine that you're going hard with some chick and then she's like, yeah, never mind.
Right.
Unless you're terrible at it.
Right. If you're not good and she ain't getting what she wants, then she might, you know what? Just stop. I'll finish this shit off myself. Shit. Where it happens. This shit happens. Hell, the first time I ate some pussy, she told me to get the fuck up. First time I ate some pussy, she told me to get up.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
It was my very first time.
And
I was young.
And she was your babysitter?
18, I was 18 years old. In the military.
She was your second grade teacher?
First chick. No, it was just some chick I met at the club. Yeah, I know. I'm like, what? But when you're in the military, you do shit. I know y'all.
Gross.
I mean, come on. But I mean, she was clean. She was clean.
Yeah, that's
everything.
what she told you.
I don't know. She might have had about 10 dicks before I went up in her, but I did it. And again, I didn't know what I was really doing, but I thought I was.
You're like, man, I'm airborne.
I only went in one direction. Like that. Thought I was doing good, and shit. And she had my head, guided my head and grabbed my ears, and then she was like, you know what, just stop.
Yeah,
I'm all right. I'm good.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, damn. I didn't,
You didn't know.
Now I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
I can give
Thank
classes.
you for your service.
I can give classes on shit. I was like,
Bosco in the chat says, I've known my best friend for 30 years. Never once grabbed his junk. Never thought about it. What the hell is wrong with men nowadays? Dude, it's our cultures are just, they're going to hell in a handbasket, man. Like nobody's got any discipline these days. And it's scary, sad, but you know what? Listen, I'm not, society and culture isn't my favorite, but society and culture is not my favorite, but it's what everybody's going to be talking about this week. So we got to cover it.
I mean, I was a basketball player.
Well, would you hear when he came out and was like, why are y'all, y'all need to mind your own damn business when it goes on beyond my, okay. Yeah. You're a celebrity. So cut it with the fucking mind your own business shit. Exactly. You chose that life and take it easy. And two, you allegedly sexual assaulted somebody as a celebrity. You don't think that's coming out. Exactly. And if you're going to be that stupid with your sexual promiscuity, then you're going to start signing NDAs and be a little bit more careful.
Now, let me ask you this.
Who you fucking bang.
Let me ask you this. Okay. It's just one guy. This one guy came out. This is one isolated incident. Do you think he's getting news? It's more newsworthy because it's a man on a man. If it was a woman, if it was a sexual assault on a woman, do you think it'd have blown up bigger?
No. I mean, I think any sexual assault thing right now is really big and juicy, especially when it comes from celebrities. But if Dwight Howard would have came out and let people know that he was gay or bi before all this came out, nobody would have given a fuck.
Right.
I mean, he probably would have sold more jerseys, to be honest with you.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's because he got caught in this salacious scandal that one, nobody knew he was gay,
Right.
bi or tri.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that he was having gay threesomes.
Right.
I mean, that's a lot of escalation. You know what I mean? You went from like not knowing the dude's gay to the dude's banging 3 dudes
right.
that he met off of Instagram.
Well,
He's got kids. Like, I mean, it's a pretty damn good story,
Yeah.
especially for TMZ or any kind of gossipers like myself.
but see, it's the scandal. It's the scandal. See, the thing is, he was doing little gay shit behind. I ain't gonna say behind closed doors, but he was doing shit where people like, was wondering. But everybody would, like you said, you would see his baby mama on Basketball Wives.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
he got his kids. You know, he's spending time with his kids. You see him with his sons. They working out in the gym. He showing them basketball stuff, all this and that. And you thinking, well, but
dude, could you imagine having sons, having kids, and them finding out that their dad is fucking gay after finding out that he's having fucking crazy threesomes? Like, dude, I won't even cheat on my wife because I love her. And every time I do cheat on her, I feel bad. That's how I know I love her. I'm just joking. But honest to God, like, I could not imagine looking my kids in the face and having to explain to them why mom doesn't trust daddy anymore.
right.
That would be nuts, dude. That would be crazy. So it's like, what this fucking guy doesn't, these guys, they don't care about anything but themselves.
It's money, I mean, and the thing about it, like you said, yeah, you could do that little agreement, but you know what? That agreement is bullshit because a lot of those jokers go back on that. That's just like with the Tupac murder and all this stuff. You seeing all these bodyguards, former bodyguards coming out telling shit in their own book or interviews with Vlad TV, telling what they used to do. Now they coming out talking about Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. They talking about he's gay as hell. He didn't sex parties he be throwing. Now his former security guys are coming out telling on him. And this is a guy that's damn near a billionaire.
Yeah.
And they coming out talking about him. And they saying he maybe have something to do with Tupac's murder and all this other stuff. So, I mean, you don't know what to believe. All I know is these jokers got millions of dollars. And see,
But they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But they're fucking retards, man. Like, anybody that's getting caught up in this shit is, it's like, hey, it's not that hard.
Right.
Don't fucking do it. Don't put your shit on the line.
Well, see, that goes back to the president. Remember when I asked you the question, I said, have we ever had a president that was single? Every president,
I think it's required.
I
think it's required that you be
married. And that's a reason why. That's one of the reasons why. Because if you're single, can you imagine how many hoes you be running up in the White House?
I mean, look at Bill Clinton
You know
was
what I'm
married
saying?
and he was fucking.
Well,
slinging.
yeah, he was getting his dick. So yeah, my intern, yeah, Monica Lewinsky. But my thing is, just imagine if he was single and he wants to go out. He'll have to have his Secret Service guys going and clearing out the club, checking everybody 2-3 times.
I just think it's like it's you don't. When you're at that level, just fucking calm it down. Stop living life without discipline. Start, have some control, have some self-control. You don't have to give in to all your fucking inner weird desires. You don't have to do it,
But when you have money, it helps. I think when you have money like that, it helps. Because,
well, you just can't feel like you can do whatever the fuck you want. No, I don't think these guys. I think these guys would have been pieces of shit without money.
They think everybody has their price.
I think they would have been a piece of shit without money.
Everybody has their price.
All right, so let's go on to this next story here, which is it's a story that I wasn't really going to cover all that much because it wasn't that important to me, except now it is because it's in all the headlines. But so I was at the skate park and there was a jiu-jitsu guy. He's a pretty wealthy attorney guy, and a big jiu-jitsu guy and Big Joe, like full Joe, and so he came over to me and he was like, man, like, I just bought like 4 new guns and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh shit, are you serious? He's like, yeah, dude, we're doing classes and training stuff. And, we're gearing all up because, I mean, we're going to war, man. This is going to be this is going to be crazy. And I was like, no. Well, then I look at I was on TMZ because I wanted to find out about the Matthew Perry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the headline news on TMZ was all about the Jewish gun craze that's going out right now. And all the Jews are buying up all the guns.
They're scared they're going to get robbed.
Well, no, I think they're more concerned about Palestinians, attacking Americans coming across the border. There was a TikTok video that's going pretty viral right now where there's just a man standing at the border and he's like, where are you from? And he's like, India. And they're like, where are you going? He's like, Los Angeles. And they're like, where are you from? And he's like, India. He's like, where are you heading? He's like, New York. He's like, where are you from? He's like, Pakistan. He's like, where are you going? New York. And it's just like, none of them are Mexicans. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. And I think that the Jews are, they've had a history where it doesn't really work out. I mean,
hey, look, in America, what is it? We have the rights to bear arms. Now if they I have no problem if they're arming themselves, if they properly training, they classes or whatever, and they go through the same thing I have to go through to get my gun. I have no problem with them, Well,
this is what it says coming from NBC. Firearms instructors and Jewish security groups across the country say they have been flooded with new clientele since Hamas assaulted Israel on October 7th. And gun shop owners in Florida say they have seen more Jews purchase firearms in recent weeks than ever before. We've definitely seen a tremendous increase in religious Jewish people, Orthodox people purchasing firearms. Mm-hmm. And David Kowalski, who owns Florida Gun Store in the town of Hollywood, and also offers firearms training classes. I've seen a surge in interest in individual trainings. Listen, if I'm a gun store owner, I'm making some Jewish ads right now.
What?
You know what I mean?
I'll be posting all of it.
Bro, I would be capitalizing on all of it. These are mothers, teachers. The majority of them are mostly people who have never interacted with firearms or thought about owning them. Kowalski said, there's a safety concern. I think people are nervous about what's going on and what can happen. Here's the thing with that. I know that everybody was, kind of talking about gun control, and now they are because of the mass shootings that just happened. And we're going to talk about on Wednesday political news. We'll get political with it and talk about the mass shootings that you heard of this week and the ones you didn't hear of this week. And we'll talk about why you didn't hear about others, even where 15 people were shot at a club, because it doesn't match the narrative. And we'll talk about that on Wednesday. But as far as this one goes, I think everybody, their eyes were open. When you have Hamas come through your gates, a gated city, and they break through the gates and they go door to door, house to house, and shoot innocent people.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is like, well, you can't do that here in America.
Right.
You might make it one or two houses.
Yeah.
And the next one,
your ass,
you're getting a double barrel
get
from the other side.
Exactly.
So I think all this gun craze stuff that's going on here in the United States, I think what's going on with Hamas only proves why gun control is ridiculous. Nobody can protect you. The government cannot protect you.
I mean, there's more illegal guns out there than legal guns. So, I mean, just like how they was hollering, defund the police, take away this and that, and blah, blah. Do you think the criminals are going to stop? You think the criminals are going to defund the criminal? You think they're not going to go and, have no weapons and stuff?
This is a no gun zone? I can't shoot you. It's a no gun zone?
Right.
I didn't even bring a knife, dude.
See,
I was going to murder you, but.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's silly. People are silly. I don't know, man. Like I said, as long as if they obtain their weapons legally, do exactly what I have to do, what you have to do to get your gun. I have my concealed carry. I know what I had to do to get it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna be honest with you because I don't want to say my personal business over the air too much. But
I tell it. I got mine.
I carry all the time.
Yes.
I carry all the fucking time.
Man, I have a buddy. He might be listening, might not. He's a veteran, and he carries two on him, on his body. He got a shotgun, long gun in the trunk. He got two, one on the passenger side, one on the driver's side under the seat. different calibers, and he's just, you know, I'm sitting here like, man, I'm not riding with you. I'm like, is your seats? Let me answer me this: is your seats made of Kevlar? Is your seats, you got bulletproof? I mean, are you going to war? You know, are you gonna pull out a helmet? You go, you know, what? I mean,
Yeah.
you why? Because, man, we in America.
Because he's in Johnson County, baby.
People do this and do that. People crazy. You know, I'm like,
It's Johnson County,
and
dude.
you know what his job in the Army was?
What?
A fucking cook.
For sure.
I'm like,
They're always the crazy ones.
I was like, man, you won't
Cooks are cooks because they're too crazy to infantry. They're like, you didn't really pass your psyche vow, so you can be a cook.
Right. We'll let you scramble some eggs and peel some potatoes, but you ain't going on the front line.
Will Cray wants to know, did you just say you'll suck some dick for a permit?
Will Craig, clean your ears out. Motherfucker, you ain't hear me say no shit like that.
Cupcakes Cameo says that sounds a lot like her husband. Ben Allen says can't say that in the chat. Well, I think you can say whatever we want in these chats these days. It gets pretty hot and heavy over here. But
Will Craig stupid.
Today's show is brought to you by ghostped.com. Listen, we're gonna jump right into the Friends Matthew Perry thing right here because that's the big news. And it's a big debate that I really want to talk about because I think it should be something we're talking about, and that's in relation to the vaccine, and we'll have differing opinions, I'm sure, but we'll talk about it. Before that, though, today's show is brought to you by ghostped.com/Wolfpack. Sleep so good, it's scary. I could not have had as much fun as I did, even though I only slept like 6 hours in a 72-hour period. I would not have been able to do that if I wouldn't have traveled with at least my Ghost Bed pillow. Right now on the Ghost Bed site, everything's 50% off. This is insane. They've always done 40% a bunch of times. 50% is even crazier. I guarantee you that's not going to last through the Christmas holiday. So do your Christmas shopping early. Head over to ghostbed.com right now. They got the adjustable base. That thing will sit damn near up into a couch and you can watch us. They're beds that are made in the good old USA. You know, I can't wait till Valor Bare Knuckle fights. They start going off with like multicultural, like England versus USA, Ireland versus Venezuela. You know what I mean? Like I want like America versus Russia type deal. Where USA.
Maybe look, it'd be cool if they can get sort of like celebrity bare knuckle. That would be cool.
You can't do that because you would fuck up their face too much.
Yeah, but they got money. They can shit.
Ghostbed needs to get in with Valor because those dudes, after getting taken into the face like that, they're going to need a place to lay them heads.
Right, lay them in the bed.
Lay them in that Ghost Bed. Oh, that would be so
real
funny.
good.
That would be like the Ghost Bed knockout of the night. Go to sleep. Tweet. Oh, I've got to call them. I got to call their marketing department right now. They love shit like that. So, yeah, thank you for ghostbed.com. Then we also got officerprivacy.com/Wolfpack. Let's get the protection that you need from Officer Privacy. Get your first name, your last name, your address, all that shit. Get that removed from the interwebs. So when you have a serious incident, people aren't coming to your house and protesting and doing all the things. Listen, I'm telling you, just like you pay your $30 a month to the union, it's probably more likely than not going to do shit for you when you need them. Officer Privacy is another one of those things. It's just a backup that's going to keep that peace of mind for you and your family. So head over there. Then we're bringing back Manscaped, manscaped.com/Wolfpack with the Manscaped 5.0. As John says, he thinks that the Manscaped 5.0 actually like maps your balls with that light, and then you just set it and it just shaves your balls, and then it moves itself back to the charging port. And I'm just kidding. That's not true. That's none of that's true. But go to manscaped.com, use the promo code Wolfpack. And if you're not up on Manscaped, dude, I love all the stuff, the hair product, the lotion, the ball deodorant. It's one of my fafavorite things. Keeps your balls from sticking to your leg. Keeps you always fresh. All right, let's jump into friends, baby. I got friends in low places. Was going to make a joke out of that. Not going to do that, though. Matthew Perry. This is a sad story. It's a real sad story. Matthew Perry died. Now, Matthew Perry, at the same time, was very, very vocal about vaccinations and getting vax and getting double boosted, saying he can't get boosted enough, things like that. And
so you just going to put
I'm
vaccination?
No. I'm not going to do that at all. Because I have no idea. I haven't seen the autopsy. I haven't seen toxicology. This guy is a man who suffered from alcoholism, drugs, and things like that. But he's been clean for a while. Now, there were a lot of celebrities. I know a lot of people taking to X. I read a lot of them. I think that a lot of people say on Twitter, a lot of these celebrities are literally saying what a lot of people are thinking.
What?
We've never had as many cardiac arrests as we've had now. Now, let's just say for a minute, because we still don't know all the information behind this vaccine.
Right. It can take months.
When they tell somebody, when they blanket statement, everybody has to get it. Everybody has to get a vaccine. But when they first start out, let's go back to the beginning. At first, it was like 55 plus or with comorbidities. And then it was just like, no, fuck it. Everybody's going to get this bitch. That's when I think everybody had a problem with it. I had a problem with it when they were calling it the Trump vaccine. I was like, yo, I am not getting a Donald Trump vaccine inside my fucking body. And then when Biden came out, it was the Biden vaccine. I was like, I'm definitely not getting a fucking Biden vaccine. Like I was, and I was healthy and in good shape. There were people that I said, dude, if I were you, I'd err on the side of caution. Because here's my thing. I don't know the real numbers, but let's just put out some numbers. If you have a 0.0007% chance of dying from COVID, it was less than 1% chance of dying from COVID if you got sick, if you were a healthy person. But there's a 0.005% chance that you could get a heart attack or have some kind of myocarditis incident due to the vaccine. Right. Which one would you pick if you're a healthy person? You would take the 0.007% not going to die from COVID than getting the vaccine with the 0.005% chance. And I don't think we were given that information. And it's starting to come out now that healthy people are dropping from myocarditis. There's already lawsuits going out by Dr. McCullough and Malone on this. And so there's a lot of information out there. I don't think it's a problem for people to ask the question. It doesn't make you a far right-wing conspiracy theorist to go, okay, so this dude who was getting healthy, who stopped drinking, who stopped all the drugs, allegedly, and then was playing pickleball all night, has a heart attack. And he's all about being fully boosted, fully vaccinated, yada, yada, yada. I mean, why is it? It's not, for me, I don't feel like that's insensitive. I think it's a question that we should talk about.
It's a question, but I think, you ever heard the term too soon?
Yeah. But everybody does shit too soon. I mean,
right.
there's a mass shooting.
I'm just saying, like comedians, something seriously can happen. And as a comedian, a lot of us don't have a filter, or we'll just say, hey, this is new. Boom. We find the humor in it or whatever. Find some type of humor and we'll make a joke. Right. And then people be like, oh, that's tasteless because damn, he just died, or this just happened yesterday. Damn, at least give it a week or two or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same like with him. I mean, I have a fellow comedian out of Charlotte. I'm not going to say his name, good friend, but all his posts, everybody that died, everybody that had a cardiac arrest from age 8 to 80, he blamed it on the vaccine. Oh, they were vaccinated. They died.
There's been a bunch though, dude. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of healthy people.
But see, that's the thing about health and dealing with my dad's stuff and dealing with my own stuff.
Yeah. Because you almost died from COVID.
Right. But see, my thing was when I got COVID, a lot of people are like, how did you almost die from COVID? Because COVID attached itself to all my underlying ailments. I'm a diabetic, type 2 diabetic. I have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, GERD. I have, you know what I'm saying? So all that stuff, COVID enhanced. And at one time, almost took me up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, shit, when you almost about to die, hell, I was like, give me something. I don't give a fuck what it is. Give me something to help me. So, of course, they gave me the IV, all that stuff. It got me better. And then, I had to wait 90 days till after I, got better to get vaccinated. I did. I'm still here. So, now my heart, last time I got checked up, everything was good. Yeah. Now, of course, my blood sugar still.
Well, I think I don't know the complete science, but Dr. Malone and Dr. McCullough, which was two of the best Joe Rogan episodes and the most important Joe Rogan episodes. And they're the ones that he took all the heat for. He did those two, December and January. And then all of a sudden they were like, Joe Rogan used the N-word like a whole bunch of years ago and all this other shit. And completely out of context, And they tried to slander him because he had two of the guys who patented this vaccine saying it's safe for some people. But the way they explained it is they said that that it has a propensity, I guess is probably the word.
Mhm.
It has the ability, this mRNA, to take the path of least resistance. So if you're strong and you're really healthy, the least resistant is straight to your heart. And they're hoping, like the real goal is that it gets caught up in the fatty tissues and it doesn't go directly to your heart. But if it goes directly to your heart, now I'm not a doctor. You go back and listen to the whole episode and you can interpret it the best way you can. But these are two of the leading scientists, the leading guy. Like there's nobody higher rank than him, not even Fauci or as high rank as McCullough and Malone. And they are the leaders since like the 80s on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they both removed themselves from the CDC because it was unethical. And they thought it was unethical back when it was Trump, when Trump was going through it. And then when Biden doubled down on it after promising to them that he was gonna nix it, because they're like, "Yo, it's not safe. Don't do this." You know, we could have the monoclonal stuff and the ivermectin. That stuff is like way better than this, and we can get that out to the public. And we've been to it. We're seeing great results in India and all this stuff. Which they, you know, and you can go back and listen to the thing. It's a crazy podcast. And so what I kind of learned from that was that, you know, if you're really healthy and this vaccine happens to attach to your heart, it creates this myocarditis or whatever it is. And then you have a heart attack. Again, don't take my word for it. But
here's the thing.
But Bosco in the chat says, my mother had the vax. She's a paramedic. She was always been working. She's never had heart issues before. And she just had a heart attack not long ago. And she has the vaccine. And I don't think that everybody that got the vaccine is going to have a heart attack. But I think that we, the people, this is my point on it, is all the people like me feel scorned by all the people who called us selfish, or called us assholes, or told us that we should be locked in our homes. We shouldn't be able to come out because we didn't want to get the vaccine. Right. I should be allowed to question something and look at the stats behind something and make a healthy decision and not be forced to do something, knowing that I've already had COVID. And so I've got the immune system's already there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think a lot of us feel that we were like shit on that whole time. And so now when this whole heart attack thing comes out, people are like, see, bitch, we weren't wrong.
Because I mean, like I said, the first time out when I got COVID, my ass was in ICU. I was in the hospital for over a month. In ICU, and then they switched me, and I was in a regular room for a couple more weeks.
But did you have the vaccine?
No, not then. No.
Okay.
So it was like when I got out, 4 months later, I got the vaccine, and then that following year, I got COVID again. But it wasn't that bad. It was more of a, the scratchy.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the real science of it, they're saying you cannot get COVID-19 twice. You cannot get COVID-19 twice, and every flu is a COVID. So when you test positive for COVID, you're testing positive for the flu.
And see,
so you might not have just had that
flu shot. There's a lot of people who don't get flu shots.
I don't fucking get it. Now that I'm out of the military, I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I selfish?
No.
But I haven't got the fucking flu in forever. Right. But here's the thing is you can only get COVID-19 one time. There's a lot of reports out there that talk about this. So everybody's like, I got COVID twice. I got COVID. Yeah, I mean, everybody's getting COVID. Whenever you get the flu, you're getting some strain of some sort of COVID.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that you're getting COVID-19. And we nobody gets the fucking flu anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that gets sick, there's just no more flu. Like that doesn't exist.
Right.
There's no more common cold. It's just
flu shot.
COVID.
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody that gets sick, it's COVID.
Yeah.
It's COVID. It's
exactly.
COVID.
That'll be the first thing people holler. But, people still wearing masks out there. You still wear your mask?
Fuck, dude. Anybody that wears their mask is a fucking loser. Like, let's face it.
It's funny, when I was dealing with my dad, a couple of ladies that came up in there had their mask on.
The paramedics? I would say if you're a paramedic, you're going into so many different houses and you have no idea what kind of shit you're getting into. I don't have a problem with that.
But you know what? Before COVID, I've never seen that, though.
No.
As long as I've been doing it, I've never seen it. But I mean, there is a lot.
Like, I think the majority of masks is a virtue signal. It's an attention getter. It's like, look at me. I'm goody tissues. I'm wearing my mask. Look at me. I don't think they're really worried about the way, because, normally when you see their mask, they're not like, they're fucking fat motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one at the carnival riding one of the teacup rides. We were there for 3 hours. 2 people puked in those teacups. They had to pause that line because we got in it both times, and they had to wash it all out with soap and water and the whole 9 yards. This fat bitch with a mask on, stayed in the fucking line, waiting to get in this fucking teacup. And I'm like, and COVID's what you're afraid of today, baby?
Right.
COVID is what you're afraid of? You know what I mean?
Oh shit. That's how
It's not, but you went over there and ate like 3 funnel cakes. Now you get on this teacup. But COVID's what we're protecting ourselves against. Fuck out of here. It's somebody in the chat says, Tyler says virtue signal or extreme scared. Yeah, I can't do the mask thing. And especially, have you seen the mask in your car by yourself?
Yeah, I see people.
Those people need to just
with
go
the window up.
Yeah.
Like, really? It's airborne. It might, while you're in traffic, like somebody might.
Dude, if you're gonna get COVID, you're gonna get it.
You'll get it.
There ain't nothing. That mask ain't gonna stop.
I'm gonna tell you just like what somebody said. Somebody, man, I can still smell your breath through that damn mask.
Yeah.
So you don't think nothing else gonna travel through that? Come on, really?
Bro. I remember at the beginning of COVID, there was somebody wearing their mask and they had their Newports tucked in the strap of it. Oh, not today, motherfucker. Well, listen, guys, this is Uncuffed Monday. Getting you ready for the week. Give me something else to talk about other than dead babies and domestic violence. We got a big show wrapped up for you tomorrow with True Crime Tuesday, and we've got a lot of political news. I know that these political shows and the Uncuffed show has been a little bit off the cuff. Because we were prepping all week to go to Florida, so we had no producers, and then this week all of our producers are getting back from Florida, getting back to Colorado. So bear with us. Normally we have show notes and all sorts of videos to show you guys. If you want to support the show, though, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little ringer for notifications. Don't forget to leave us that 5-star rating and review. So important. Give us a 5-star rating and review. And if you want some extra content, there's so much extra content on our Patreon channel. So head over there. And that's about all my voice has. I've got nothing left. My throat hurts so bad right now.
Go Cowboys. Fuck the 49ers. You done lost 3 in a row after you won your Super Bowl against my team. You beat the Cowboys and your ass just started celebrating. So all you 49 turds, fans, well, fuck yourself. Go Cowboys.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night for True Crime Tuesday. Go check out the Valor Bare Knuckle fight replays. Oh, check this out. Listen, if you've made it this far, you're OG, you're loyal. Listen, I need you to do something. I need you to go to Valor BK, Valor Bare Knuckle on whatever social media webs, all your social media webs. Leave a comment, mention Failure to Stop. I really want to get in good with these guys. I really want to see bare knuckle fights go big. I mean, this is if finally we got to do like Ken Shamrock that actually gives way too much of a fuck about first responders. I mean, this guy, like they said that this is the mountain that he said he'll die on. And I don't want to see another Valor bare knuckle fight that doesn't have I want this to be the first responders fucking thing. I want to see so many first responders at the next Valor bare knuckle fight. So please go over to the Instagrams, go over to the Facebooks, drop Failure to Stop. I don't even care. Follow them. Tell them that you heard about them through us if you can. Let them know that we're out here and we totally support what they've got going on. Bosco says Patreon is worth it. It absolutely is. There's some really good content. And I'm meeting with an underground child sex trafficking group that's out there combating child sex trafficking. I'm actually going to a top secret spot to get an interview with them. So I have to go to them. They can't come to me. That's how underground this is. And but I'm going to get an underground interview next week, and you'll hear it first on Patreon. So, all right, guys, we'll see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, guns up, giddy up,
peace.